Good morning, it's Friday. I didn't end up vlogging yesterday. Yesterday was a very weird day. I just wasn't fully there. I have been very worried about a situation in France at the moment. I don't want to go into details until I have a resolution, which I hope will be good for it, because it involves other families and I do not want to mention something without knowing if they are happy with that. But hopefully soon it will resolve itself. My family is somewhat involved in it, but to try and help with the situation, so it's causing me quite a bit of worry at the moment and I can't get it out of my head. And yesterday I was just not there and I ended up, the whole day was just a series of failures. I think it's just because of the mindset I was in, but I still managed to confirm some appointments with some potential schools for Alfie next year. Not for him to go, but for going to visit them. We are going to have, hopefully soon, I have to make the choice of giving a list in what order we make choices for potential schools for next year. And we want to go and see schools before we have to do that, so then we know exactly what we are in for and where we want him to go. There are quite a few. In total there are 6 potential schools. 2 of them are autism specific and 4 of them are special needs, like of all kinds. We are not first on going to know autism specific ones because his need autism wise are not as severe as some of the children, and he could still do fine in a special needs one which is not autism specific. The staff will still be trained, and actually most of the kids who end up in those classes have autism too. So I just really hope we can get a place there. There's quite a few hurdles in the way before we can ask for it, but this should actually all happen in the coming month. So March is going to be a busy month with a lot of good stuff, but also some tricky parts which I'm dreading a little bit, but we need to get through them. I ended up also yesterday losing my debit card on the car park of Tesco's. Probably dropped it when I was putting Alfie in the car. I'm not too sure. I ended up going back to Tesco's, and the first time the staff hadn't seen it, and then when I was walking back down, there's an older lady that heard me asking for it, and she said to me, "I've brought your bank card just now, I found it on the car park. I left it with this person," so I sat on desk and I was able to get my bank card back, and I'm very grateful for this lovely woman who did bring my bank card back, so I didn't have to cancel it and wait for a new one and all that. Today I'm going to get my eyebrows threaded while the boys are in school. I'm actually leaving now. I actually need to call them. Owen, Alfie, time to go! Owen! I'm gonna go and get them. And yeah, then I'll just dye them the weekend. I'm also gonna get a patch test done for the black dye to see if she can do my eyelashes the next time, so it saves me going to 2 places, but I'll keep you updated along the day. And that's my eyebrows done. Really happy about them. I'm, as usual, really red. Right, I'm gonna go home. I also did a patch test for the tint, so then next time, if I don't react, I can get my eyelashes tinted as well. And in the meantime, I'll just use mascara whenever I feel like it. I'm gonna go home and I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to do my workout now or after I pick Alfie up, but I want to do it in the morning anyway. I think after I pick Alfie up, and I'm actually going to try and do a bit of work when I get home. It's very sunny outside, which makes me want to stay out, but I have things to do really. So yeah, also I went to the works because every year I try to get these early, because it's been 2 years I want to get them, I see them and I don't get them, and then when the time comes they're out of stock. It's polystyrene eggs to paint, so I got them in 2 sizes, and the little ones. I want to try and do like some hanging decorations for the windows with painted eggs. And I also got, hold on, sorry for the crinkly noises, these big flat brushes to paint backgrounds in my journal. Like I just want to color all the background with some acrylic paint or something, I can do all the background. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I'm starting a journaling project for the whole month of March today, which I've done last year. It was the best journaling project I've ever done, and it's happening again this year. It's called Magic March, or March Magic. It was great, and I'm going to do it again this year. You set a goal of what you want, like a thing, if you want to focus on, like a dream you want to focus on, and I'm going to go through again the pages from last year because it's going to be very interesting to see the difference. Last year I could not find a goal because I was that lost in my I just wanted to find more who I am, and after everything that happened in our family life, and I was completely lost, and my goal was to find myself. And this is what triggered the whole thing of self-development I went on to last year. It was a massive thing for me, and it really, I can honestly say it's the one thing I've done in the year that changed my life the most. So I'm definitely doing it again. This year my focus is going to be to work on self-love in the terms of like taking care of my body. It goes with the exercise. I've already kind of started that, but doing a whole journaling project around it is going to reinforce this. So yes, I'm going to go home, do this. Also, on a little side note, I am loving my new scales. I'm very glad that I did get those. There was a few reviews that made me think, oh, I wonder, but then there's everything you look up, there's always some reviews that are not as good, and so far I've had no issues with it. I am really liking the way it tracks everything. I like the app that goes with it. It's very simple to use. It's great. It's absolutely great. The next thing I need to get, I have it clipped to my bra. I have an old Fitbit one like this. The last time I brought it back to life last week, and the last time I had synced it was in 2014, which is not good. But the problem is that it cannot be updated at the moment. I'm waiting for I tried one of the support teams that have now transferred me to a more specialized team, because it can be updated, but it's not tracking sleep anymore. It's not forwarding the data to the app very well. So we are trying to figure out, can they try and help me to install that update somehow. Everything has failed so far. So is it still usable or not? In the meantime, it's still tracking my steps. So what I'm doing is that I'm tracking the steps with it, and then I'm transferring manually the stuff into the app. But I'm also looking at newer versions. They don't sell this one anymore, sadly. I like it because you clip it on your bra so you don't see it. But I'm starting to look at, you know, like the bracelet ones, like other watch ones or stuff like that. So I'm looking at things, and in case I would have to replace it, because I really got into the habit of counting steps, and it's just just another thing that keeps me going. What's happening, Alfie?
What's that?
Are you going super fast?
Yeah.
Alfie just got dressed and he has his race car stop, so he's like a race car now. Can you show me how you go super fast?
Yeah.
Do the race car.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Every time he puts his car top on, he just runs around the place like this. Good morning. It's Saturday. It's actually lunchtime, probably 12 or so. No, 20 to 1. James is just away with the boys to bring Owen to dance class. I am pulling everything out of the utility room. I've had things sitting in there to bring to the dump. Later on, well, we're not going to do today, but at some point I'm going to prepare everything to do a big run to the recycling center on Monday. So I'm going to prepare everything, load my car so everything is ready. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So it's still very messy, it's the whole process. So I have bin bags being filled, boxes that need to go. This is stuff that don't work anymore, electricals. This used to be where I used to put the ironing. But what happens is that I don't really do big piles of ironing. A lot of our clothes do not need ironing. When I do, it's like stuff like my dresses, but because I dry them on the line, I just do them as I need. Sometimes I put them like that in the wardrobe, and then I just iron them whenever I need. The rest I don't iron, everything is non-iron, so I have a lot of stuff that sits in the utility room, like stuff to make the fire, stuff like parts of cleaning stuff, like for the steam mop, a small heater in case we need it, and DIY stuff for ongoing projects. So I decided, I used to have like a basket for my clothes, a basket for James's clothes, and a basket for the boys' clothes, and then a lot of mess sitting there, meaning that we couldn't open the baskets. So the plan is that I'm clearing the mess, and I am going to use one for DIY, one for small electrical and stuff, and one for making the fire and stuff like that. The small electrical one doesn't have much, so I might do half and half with gardening, like indoor gardening stuff as well. My goal is to clear all this. This is a thing I need to sell that I've been hiding from Alfie. To be able to set the laundry baskets while I'm folding the clothes and all in here, so we don't have the laundry basket sitting in the kitchen while I'm doing this, and also to clear out all this mess. I have a lot of stuff I need to donate in here. All the cupboards are done, but I want to sort out the rest so it's tidy and it's easy to access and all that. And I'm even contemplating putting Aiko's litter tray and stuff in here. I don't know yet, but for now anyway I'm going to leave it like that. This is going to sit on the ground because I have my like yoga mats and stuff, and yoga blocks and all that I want to leave there, but I don't want to have on the ground, so when I'm cleaning I can pull that out and do that. So yeah, working through everything at the minute. There's mostly rubbish really. All this is empty. This needs to go in the dump, and also I'm getting there. It's going to be a process that's going to take me a chunk of the weekend. I'm just going to do it not all in one go, but as I go along throughout the weekend, and bag things gradually. For now I'm going to do my exercising because the boys are away and they were hyper this morning, and it's just a lot easier to do it when they are not in the way and they can't interrupt it. So then I'm fully focused on it. Yeah, and then I went this morning to buy a few things. So I got a small bag of soil because I'm going to be planting stuff in the house. One of them is part of my journaling project. I'll explain to you whenever I'm getting around to do it. And then I wanted to buy myself some jasmine for the living room. The last 2 years I've had a jasmine plant in here, and I love it because I love the smell of jasmine so much. Now the flowers are not open yet, but this is there. And I've also bought myself a little fern just to complete little indoor gardens. There's gonna be pots coming. This one is almost gonna be done. Aiko actually knocked it over this morning, so a lot of the leaves are broken and bent. So I need to try and fix it a bit. And these are gonna go in the March project I'm doing. One of the things is to buy yourself fresh cut flowers every week. So this I bought last week, like early in the week. Oh, this week actually, early in the week. So I'll be replacing them at some point, but I love this bouquet. I might actually get the same again. I'll see. And then I have an identical pot to this one to put over this, so it looks nicer. But I'm really happy with my little indoor garden. I'll have to tidy up the mess. So I'm going to quickly give a tidy up here, do my exercising, and then I'll probably make some food for James tonight because we haven't eaten, and I'm getting really hungry. And yeah, just get. I was hoping to do some of the garden, shouldn't like to prepare the garden this weekend. It's definitely not happening. I mean, it's very rainy and windy and the ground is soaked, so it's not happening this weekend. So it's now much later. What time is it? 20 to 7. And I said I might do the utility room this weekend. And hold on, I'm removing my iPad from the way. Now officially all tidy, and this is free. This is free. I need to mop the floors since, and I need to try and fix. We have vinyl floors, but they're all damaged. But it's not a room where I care about the floor being pretty. Eventually we'll do something, but actually that space, I have that there because I need to set it and to clean it. I have a beauty therapy bed as well that I had from when I was doing my training and all. I'm going to try and sell them together as a bundle or separate, but I need to clean that. So in the meantime I'll leave it there. And I need to dust, there's dust in places. But now, so all the things in there are still all organized. up. I have to eventually remove those, apart from the medicine and the cleaning there. I've also gone through everything there and reorganized. The bucket I very rarely use, so I've put it in there, and then the other stuff I use regularly, and then other stuff, and then here's like all this cloth and all that, and down there it's like the hand soaps that I only need when I need refills. So yeah, and then I've left all my laundry stuff. This is a brush I use like if one of the boys has been sick, to remove most of it in the sink, so I just leave it there to dry. These are all bottles I used to make my own pesticides and all for the garden, so everything is still organic. This I use for whenever I take the laundry out. Before I fold it, I put all the underwear in here, and then I put the socks. As you can see, there is a lot of single socks, so there, and the iron. And now I have, so here the boys each have one drawer where there's like their uniform, done stuff and all that. I need to do the washing, and then when it's organized there's like one laundry, like dirty laundry for the dark, for the light. And now we have DIY. I also had to put a few gardening stuff because that's projects I want to do this week. Gardening, and then stuff to make the fire. And then I've put my mop and brush here. I use the brush very, like, not much now that I have the stick hoover, but I use that regularly. But because of the handle, it's not easy to store, and the floor part is quite wide, so now there's a space. And here we have the ironing board, steps, and so a dryer for outside. And then I have the step, like the line there. The top there is all stuff I use not very often. I need to just put them in a more neat way, but for now I'm exhausted. I've been going at this for several hours, and my new steps are always sitting there between the utility room and the kitchen, so I can go one way or another. I used to have to take these out all the time, but I'm thinking now I'm probably going to put them back in the shed whenever we get out next time, and just use these in between the two. I've also found our Monopoly in there, in the mess. That's one of the things that was there, but it's a mess. But I love to organize boxes of board games, so I'm going to tidy that up. And yeah, just prepare dinner. I think tonight we are going to have some pizza, because I feel like it. But one of the changes I've made is that we usually buy frozen pizza. We very occasionally have Domino's or something with like a treat. It's not even once a month, like once every other month or so. When I'm talking right now, please. So we usually have those. That's my favorite. But usually I have one each. And lately what we've been doing is that we have half, and we have salad on the other side of the plate. One of the small switches that we've made. Yeah, so we're gonna have that because I really feel like pizza. I feel like something bad but not too bad in that way. I would love a Domino's pizza, like a full one just for myself right now, if I'm being honest, but I can still enjoy pizza without going overboard. And probably gonna watch, well, there's the dilemma. I want to watch more of the Game of Thrones stuff, but tonight there is this selection for the Eurovision in 4 or 5 countries, and I can watch them live. Some of them might have already started actually, so I might watch that for a bit and then jump between links, and then eventually just watch Game of Thrones. Good afternoon, it is Sunday. I do have a plaster on my face. It's just because I have a spot that's bad and I keep picking it. So because I'm at my desk working, and it's usually when I get really bad or when I'm watching TV, I put plaster on, so every time I want to go and do it, it just reminds me, don't do that, you're going to end up with a crater on your chin. Today I am on a mission to get all my steps in during the day. I've been using a Fitbit. James has one too. We've both really got, I think because we were both trying to eat better and exercise and all that, we're kind of keeping each other accountable. Yeah, it's telling me I've done my 250 steps for the hour. Because I'm working at my desk and I'm sat down, every hour gives me a reminder to get up and walk. So I'm literally just walking around the house at the minute because I'm not finished. But this way, you know, every little thing is good. James is currently away to Tesco's with Alfie just to get stuff we need for lunch boxes, like bread and stuff like that. I have literally just finished my orders and I am working on my journaling project. So I'm going to show you quickly what I have done so far. I'm very happy with the result. Started last night while we were watching Game of Thrones, and so this is the cover. The project is called March Magic. So I use gold paint. I love the contrast between the gold and all the colors. And then this is the start. You kind of make a wish for the month, and then I'm working on this now. Then you need to plant a seed. What I just realized, this is what's meant to be for yesterday's challenge, is that the seeds I picked, you need to soak them in water overnight. So I'm going to prepare my page and all that and do that, and I will just add to it tomorrow, and then I'll do day number 3. Decided to catch up because I have the time to sit down and experiment with different... God, I'm ripping everything. Doesn't matter. Journal doesn't have to be perfect. There. Experimenting with different things. So I have like a big box full of like paints and crayons and paint pens and glue and old papers of kits. I have I'm going to show you actually. I have one of those, you know, like magazine folder. Or I have one that says papers on it, and basically when I see a pretty paper or a page of a magazine that I like the prints on and all, I rip them and I put them in there. So then whenever I do some journaling, I just go in the box and look through and see if there's anything that works for me. Same as I keep old magazines. This one is one of my favorites. I also like this one a lot. This one I've just bought, so I haven't ripped apart it. I haven't just reading it. But usually whenever I don't have the time to go through and rip what I want, I put them on that shelf, and then when I get a moment I just rip. There's something very satisfying about ripping magazines. But then I'm going to do a little collage with, this is the picture that was on the front of the seed packets, and I am gonna do something with that. And Aiko keeps going there. My laptop is there and it's warm, and I think she likes that. I haven't done my workout today yet, but I have done quite a lot of other stuff, so I'm very happy. I want to do my workout, and I want to box stuff that are upstairs on the landing for the attic. And then I think after that I'm gonna take it easy, because I'm having quite a bad day with my belly, and I think it's just, you know, just one of those days. The weather is not good at all at the moment. It was really good for a while, and this weekend has been horrible, and when it gets very humid and cold, my belly goes nuts. And today it's humid and cold and my belly is going nuts. So I'm taking it easy. I might have a bath tonight to try and relax my muscles, but for now I am going to finish this page, and then I'm going to do my exercising. Oh, cat. And I've been doing my laundry at the same time. I'm very happy with how the weekend is going. I feel like I have a good balance of productivity and doing some things for myself, and I find I need that balance. If I have a day where I'm not productive, at the weekend especially, I feel so bad, especially on a Sunday. I don't know what it is, I just don't like it. So yeah, that's that. Yeah, and then my wish for the thing, basically the way the journaling project works is that you focus for a whole month. You dedicate time and effort to a specific wish. And last year my wish was to find myself, because I didn't know what was one of my wishes. I didn't have a clue, because I was in a place where I was a bit lost. Now that I've worked on that all year, I feel like now, this year, I'm working on self-love to sum everything up. But basically what I've been doing, like exercising, eating better, taking care of myself, of my mental health, and taking time for myself to do things like this. Having a bath now and then instead of a shower, just to relax a bit more. Just little things like this that I can implement in my daily life to take care of my mind and my body. So this is what I'm doing this month. And I was already kind of doing it since the second week of last month, but I do feel like reinforcing it like this, especially through creative stuff, is always good. So I'm going to continue. So I've just had a shower, I washed my hair, I need to detangle it. A miracle happened. I don't know any other way to describe this because it truly is. So to give you a bit of background, I need to get a better brush than this. Give you a bit of background, Alfie has, since he was a year old, the only way we have managed to wash him was by holding it with us in the shower, or one of us in the shower holding him forcefully while the other one washes him, and the one in the shower tries not to fall over or slip with him in their arms. It's been, say, a month that I've been trying really hard any way I can to get him to like going in the bath with the one. So I put boots in it to play with, and you know, didn't think it would happen. We bought bubbles, we tried loads of things. I've been trying that for years, but today he went in the bath, he climbed in by himself, and he stayed in it for close to half an hour and played. I'm still in shock. I cannot believe what happened. I've just, you know, chancing it yet another time and not really convinced it would happen, but it did, and I am in complete shock. There's no other way to put it. So I decided to not wash his hair purposely because I didn't want to associate any kind of negative emotions with what he had achieved. So we'll just keep it fun, so he wants to do it again and again and again, and gradually we'll get to that. But I thought I'd just ask him, can you put your hair in the water, pretend you're like lying down and all that. And he didn't know. I asked him, do you want to wash your hair? He said no, but then he did put his hair in the water. So I mean, he didn't get fully washed this time, but you know, he's small, it's not that dirty anyway. But at least he put some of his hair in the water, so it means if I can get him to do that, I can probably get to rinse his hair more easily that way. This is a massive achievement. It may not look like much to people who have never had that kind of issue, but believe me, we've been fighting with this issue for years, and it's very distressing for everybody having to go through this the way it was going until now. And this happened. I'm in shock. So while they were having a bath, James was watching them, I had the shower beside, so I was able to wash my hair. So that's all done. I did my exercise for the day. I think I've almost done my steps. I need to wait until the watch switches. Come on. Steps. Floors. 8 floors, 2 more times going up the stairs. And I have my steps. I need about 300 steps left for the rest of the day. I can do this. But yeah, getting up while you're sitting down to do a few things every time, it does add a lot in your steps. So, and I'm beginning to talk about it. I'm now going to make dinner. We are having, what is it called? Chicken satay something. It's a HelloFresh recipe I printed. Chicken satay kebabs with basmati rice and cucumber salad. That's what we're having. So I'm going to make that now. Tracy's parents are going to call around. And yeah, that's the end of the week. So I am going to stop. I'm assuming I haven't edited the week yet, but I'm going to stop this vlog here. And I will see you tomorrow. Oh, well, tomorrow. Later for you. For another vlog. What did you do? Did you go in the bath?
Yeah, it's working.
Oh, you have wriggly fingers now? Is it going away?
Yeah.
Yeah, drink the water and we'll make it go away, okay? Was it fun to go in the bath? Do you want to go again tomorrow? Yeah?